Hi, friends, and welcome to the 60 Days to Hired Network live session. My name's Jason Small here, and tonight we're going to go over how to make AI your writing buddy. And this is going to involve some tips and tricks on how you can use artificial intelligence to make your writing, your applications, your cover letters, and your resume that much better. Thank you for joining this evening, and you can find the 60 Days to Hire Network right here on Skool. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to the free Skool community, the 60 Days to Hire Network, is located below this video. I also offer some short newsletters that recap this material on the Marketing Professor on Substack, and I also offer a little bit of detail on medium.com. Look up Jason Small here. All of this, of course, will be available in my new book, 60 Days to Hired, which will be coming out in just a couple of weeks. I can't wait. So again, thanks for joining, and something for you to think about. If you have any friends who are having a challenge with their job, they just don't like going to work, or they have anxiety on a Sunday, do me a favor. Send them the free link to join the 60 Days to Hire Network, and let's help everybody who's having those challenges find the career they love and start earning what they really can. All right. So let's dive into how AI can help you as your writing buddy. Now, I have to say this first. Artificial intelligence is not meant to replace you, your passion, or your words. There's a lot of, let's just call it, trash writing that is on the internet right now, because we sit at the computer, we type in a couple of prompts, the computer spits out some stuff, and we pass it off as our own. Let's think about this. When we were in school, we were told that was, plagiarism, right? No, we don't want to do that. So let's make sure that we are starting everything off with our own collection of words, our own resume, our own cover letter, our own social profiles, and then we're going to use artificial intelligence to hone and tweak those things. So let's talk about how you can use artificial intelligence to connect you and your current experience to a job you're looking for. Now, you can use any multitude of artificial intelligence platforms. You can use the Chat GPTs, Perplexities, Claude, Gemini, whatever works for you. But here's a couple of exercises you can walk through right now to connect your current experience to a job you're looking for. And this starts with opening up your favorite AI tool, copying the entire description of the job you want to apply for, and drop it in. Copy your entire resume and drop it in. And then ask your artificial intelligence tool to connect the needs of the job with your specific skills and have it give you areas where you excel, where you currently meet those metrics, and areas of opportunity. That's going to be something that you just don't have the skills yet, that you can either A, develop, or B, work on selling yourself to a hiring manager on skills you're going to develop. And we'll talk more about sales another time. Another way you can use artificial intelligence is to connect your current experience for a role that you could be qualified for. Look, it's very easy to get online and start looking at a variety of different job boards, the LinkedIns, the Indeeds, the career builders, platforms on various employers' websites. And what you're doing there is you're just looking at their selection of positions they have available. You're limiting yourself when you do that, because what you're doing there is asking the employer, or what you're doing is looking at yourself and saying, okay, I fit these matches. But what if you took your resume with all your experience, you dropped it into your favorite AI tool, and you asked AI to give you some ideas of the types of roles that you could excel at with the experience that you already have? Now, it's going to give you a list of different types of jobs. Maybe it's something in sales. Maybe it's something in administration. Maybe it's something in leadership. The point is, it's going to give you ideas for roles that you may not have thought that you're qualified for. Then you can start seeking out those types of roles with a variety of different companies in a variety of different cities. So artificial intelligence is now going to open some new doors for you that you didn't know were out there. You can also use AI to help you identify your unique selling propositions or USPs. These are the one, two, or three things that only you can scream from the rooftop, and it's what makes you truly unique and helps you stand out from the rest of the crowd. One of the things we've talked about before is a waiter. On paper, waiters have the same job description, and if you put that in your resume, an excellent waiter and a substandard waiter, well, they look about the same. But you can use artificial intelligence to examine all your experience on your resume. And remember, one of the things we talked about recently was going through and starting to track the real wins, the real numbers, the successes that you've had, and putting those on your resume and help it identify your unique selling propositions. Ask it to give you three. When it gives you three, ask it for three more. And when it gives you three more, ask it for another three. Now you've got nine. Now you've got nine options to choose from, anything from a particular geography, or maybe you've got a skill set of hiring people in a quick manner or reducing cost, or maybe it's because you have the ability to work in a certain city quickly because you live close. Those are the things that hiring managers are really buying, not so much your job descriptions, and AI can help you identify what some of those are. Something else you can do is help tailor your resume for a specific role. Maybe you've got experience working as, I'm just going to make this up, an HR representative. That's fantastic, but you're looking at a different company with a different industry. Maybe you've been working in, say, media and you want to get into, say, pharmaceuticals, but you want to get into HR. You can take that job description, put it into AI, put your resume into AI, and say, can you help me tailor this resume that's attached for this type of role working in the pharmaceutical industry? It'll give you some ideas, but again, what it's doing at this point is modifying your current words from your current resume, okay, and giving you a way to tailor your resume for a specific type of role. It's a lot faster than guessing, sitting down and trying to figure out what a pharmaceutical HR rep's qualifications are. You can use AI to help guide you down the straight and narrow path. Now, again, remember, this is modifying your words. You haven't made any adjustments. You're not plagiarizing anything. Which leads me to my next point. You can also use AI as a tool to not just optimize your resume for a role that you're looking for, but you can also have it optimized for search engine optimization or SEO. So your AI tool can help you craft your resume with specific keywords so that if a hiring manager is looking for somebody just like you, maybe in a certain geography with a certain number of years experience, maybe with experience on a certain software system, or who's had success with working with a certain type of customer, those keywords are already baked into your resume. So now you have the opportunity to come up first in a search, and you can take those keywords and build them into your LinkedIn profile or their other social media profiles, not the social media profiles that are showing you Taiwan on a Friday night, but the social media profiles that are positioning you as a top tier brand that somebody's going to pay top dollar for. Now, something else that you can use your AI tool for. How about helping you craft cover letters? I know cover letters are kind of a challenge right now because it's so easy to hit the one-click apply button, but there are some hiring managers that want to sift through the noise and talk to somebody who's putting in the effort, who wants to interview with them specifically. So they create friction, which is a chore or a challenge for you to go through, one of which is writing a cover letter. Not a big deal. The upside, a lot of people don't want to write cover letters. So what happens? They skip it, or they're skipped by the hiring manager. But when you have a cover letter that shows, hey, you intentionally applied for this role, sometimes writing a cover letter can take an hour, but you can use artificial intelligence to help you out. Go to your favorite AI tool, drop in the entire job description, just copy and paste it. Drop in your entire resume. And here's what I do. I ask artificial intelligence to craft a one-page cover letter that connects me and my current experience that's on my resume to the role and the specific requirement it has. A couple of seconds later, I have a very generic and AI created cover letter. This is not where you stop. I take all of that text and I export it, or I copy it and I put it into my favorite word processing document. Microsoft Word, Google Pages, it's Google Docs and Apple Pages, forgive me. but I put it into my word processing document and I add my own voice to it. I make sure I've got my contact information, my current address. I know who the hiring manager is. I've got the right address there. I want to make sure that I'm talking to the right person. Okay. And then I go through and I take all of that text and I put it into a proofreading piece of software like Grammarly. And one of the things I have it do is to eliminate the robotic sounds, I humanize it, make it sound more like me. I keep my authentic voice. I remove all the M dashes. Dead giveaway the AI is being used as M dashes. Here's the challenging part. I'm also a writer, so I've eliminated M dashes all the way around because I don't want somebody to think that my content is AI generated. So it's a little frustrating. The point is, after you refine this, you're going to take your Grammarly content, you're going to drop it back into your word processor, go through the regular spell check, and when you're done, you should have a letter that sounds just like you. Upside, from taking an hour with a little bit of practice, you can probably get this done in about 10 or 15 minutes. How's that? A 75% savings in time. That's a pretty good deal. So, what I want you to do when you are beginning to create any type of content using artificial intelligence is I want you to follow a particular process, okay? Number one is you come up with the original idea, whether that's your resume or a job that you're looking for. You're going to drop descriptions and cover letter requirements into AI, and it's going to spit out some AI-generated stuff. That's not where you stop. You're then going to take all that, drop that into a program like Grammarly to clean up the grammar, get rid of all the AI generated fluff, and put your own voice, your own conversational speaking into that. It's going to involve a little bit of creativity. You're going to put that back into your favorite word processing document, go through the spell check and the grammar checks that they provide, and then you're going to save it as a document that you're going to email off to a hiring manager. You can go through this process with your resume, with your cover letter. You can go through it with your social profile descriptions. AI is your buddy. This is what I call it. You're my writing buddy. It is your partner in crime. It's not doing the job for you. You're going to give it input. It's going to give you input back. Remember, if you give it crap, it's going to give you crap right back. We don't want trash in and trash out. But if you give it good things to work with, and your skills will develop in this realm after you play with it a little bit, you're going to start to find a system and a process, and you're going to find your own authentic voice. Remember, it does not replace your voice. It does not replace your experience. And AI certainly does not replace your passion. And when you are talking to a hiring manager, those are the things that are real, and those are the things that are going to help you get the job. Artificial intelligence is just here to make your life a little bit easier, and you're going to be applying much more efficiently and much more effectively. There you have it, my friends. Just a couple of ways artificial intelligence as your writing buddy is going to help your job search become that much easier. Next week, we're going to talk about why it's important, no matter what role you're looking for, to have sales experience and how that can help you land the job you're looking for. If you've got a friend that is just not liking the job they're at, they feel like they're designed for something more, they're just frustrated on a Sunday and they're having panic attacks, invite them to the 60 Days to Hired Network. Share the link to the 60 Days to Hired Network, which is located below this video if you're on YouTube, or you can click the link anywhere on the page in the written document, okay? Share this link with somebody else. I appreciate it. Next week, we're going to talk about sales and how that's going to make you much more effective. Thanks a lot for joining me this week. I'll talk to you next Friday. I'll see you.